Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady.
I'm Karen Miller.
This is episode 120 of our knitting, crafting, crocheting, sewing, whatever podcast. We are located in Bradley, Illinois, which is 60 miles south of Chicago. You can find us on Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook, and also Etsy. Etsy went out of my head for a second.
That's okay.
Also on Etsy at Knit for Brains Designs. Karen?
You can find me on Instagram and at Ravelry as Loopy Stitcher, spelled Lupy. And you can also find, I have a couple of designs in Ravelry underneath Loopy Stitcher Designs.
Okay, we're a little rusty. It's been a month, folks. So we'll just put it out there right now. Forgive us.
Yep.
Alrighty, so we're going to get right in there, and by the time this is up, I will have a few new bags in the store. I do still have a couple bags. I know there's some Harry Potter sweater bags. There's some other sweater bag. I can't remember what.
Still left in the shop?
Left in the shop, yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go ahead and add this stack. So let me show you. We'll start with the sock bags first. We've got a black canvas with some stripes. That's what's on the inside. And this would be really cute for Halloween, but you could use it all the time as well. That was kind of what I liked about it, and I love the color of the stripes. Just the brightness. So these are great for socks, mitts, hats, any of the smaller projects. Has a little boxed bottom. These are one of our favorites. Great for restaurant knitting. And also, you throw it, if you're a woman that carries a tote or a larger purse, fits right in there. So I have two of those. Then I have some little leaves.
Fall's a-coming. It's hard to believe because we haven't talked about weather yet. We'll do that after this.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that after this. We forgot that. And that's the inside. And I have two of those. Now, this one, I only have one, and I debated about putting it in the shop because I almost kept it. But I do have a little bit more of this fabric. The outside fabric, I just ran out of the inside fabric, so I could always make myself one, I suppose. But guys, look how beautiful that is. I love that.
That almost looks like real leaves. It pops out.
Yep. And then the inside is this golden color up here, and that has some texture to it. I like my textured insides. Don't know why, but tend to go towards the textures. I have one of the pumpkin and candy corn sock bags, and the inside is this golden, and it has some swirls on it. Then we move to medium drawstring, and I got my favorite little stripes again. Now this is a good size medium. It has a mighty big box bottom. Still crooked. Okay, well, you guys got the idea. I can't get it straight. It's good size.
That'd be great for a bigger shawl project. That was a couple of skeins.
Yes, I have two of them in use right now. One, I think I got wraps in both of them where it's a bunch of, it's 24 mini skeins and a full skein, and the shawl fits in there.
Cool.
So it's definitely a sizable medium. So I have two of those. And the pumpkin, I have one. Guys, this is killing me because
maybe I should babysit you when you go to put this up because I have a feeling one of these aren't going to make it.
It's so pretty.
You've been really good lately.
I have been really
planning if you're going to use the material for yourself.
When I loved this fabric when I bought it, and then as I was making it, and then I saw it come together, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. And I don't have a real fall bag.
Yeah.
but I'll behave.
Mm-hmm.
So I only have 2 of these.
Doesn't mean I have to behave.
It is so pretty. All right, so that's what I'm adding to the shop at this time. My plan, as of right now, is there might be a small update next weekend. We'll see. Go on to Etsy, find Knit for Brains Designs, and heart it. And then if you have your notifications on, anytime I add anything into the shop, it will notify you. Mm-hmm. That way, if you don't want to miss out on any like in-between updates or anything like that. The only reason why I say there might be an update is because he's going on nights, and typically when he's on nights is when I sew during the day. So, and I'm really behind on my Gilmore Girls audio podcast.
Mm.
So I find if I have something like that to listen to when I'm sewing, I tend to stay in here longer.
Yeah.
But I'm still, after surgery, kind of dividing my time. Like I come in, these definitely took me a lot longer than usual.
Yeah.
Because I'll come in here and work a little bit, and then I have to go sit down for a while.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back in and work a little bit more. So, all right, you are gonna thank you. Mm-hmm. You are gonna have to do the weather update because I haven't really been outside much.
Okay. So today is relatively nice, but in the last few weeks, it has been humid from craziness. Like the other day, it was like, and the more humid it was, the more storms came through.
Yeah, lots of storms, because I was hearing
we
those.
even had a point where our tornado signs went off. Mm-hmm. It wasn't anything that was reported because, of course, it was at night, so it's always harder to see tornadoes at night. But considering it's fall, usually we see that more in the springtime. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was just like, it was a newsman's, they loved it. They were like from 6 o'clock in the evening until 10 o'clock on the air, interrupting anything you wanted to watch.
Hell's Kitchen, and what was the other one? The Bachelorette that day.
Me and my husband watched Wheel of Fortune every night, so that got interrupted. Sorry. For those of you who are, I consider myself here, we call it our old people show. Oh. It's like now that he doesn't work, we watch it together. So yeah,
who solves the puzzles quicker?
Sometimes if it's anything that has to do with music, it's always him. But it all depends of how much we're paying attention. But yeah. So yeah, it was really crazy there because we would be like, as soon as it would be a couple of hours where it would be nice, and that was it. And then the humidity would build by the next afternoon, and then another storm would come through. So it's been pretty crazy. We didn't get any flooding, but
no, which I'm surprised because I remember that one night. Oh my gosh, the thunder was so loud.
Yeah, we didn't get hit bad. Like, we had Gibson City, which is south of us, was like, what'd they say, like 12 inches in a day. Like, they were using boats and canoes. Like, in this one little town. No, that was it. It was like in this one area. But finally, but it was just hot. Anyone with breathing problems, it was horrible. Luckily, we all have air conditioning, so we just sat down in our lower level because that's the cooler spot.
There you have it. Okay, so there's your weather update.
There's your weather.
Karen, FOs.
1.
That's okay.
Now, I'm going to just say.
It's all right. You got one.
That my knitting mojo has not been good. I've had other things on my plate. Pure craziness. And this one I knew I had to get done. So the yarn I used for this, I have no idea how to pronounce.
Just show it to them.
Cotton yarn, and it's fingering.
That's so pretty.
Let's see. It's just actually it says color number 1004, but underneath it says La Serena. So, and it's a fingering weight, and it has 481 yards.
That's a lot.
It's actually pretty thin fingering weight, I think. But it's 100% cotton. Pretty soft. So I did the baby vertebrae.
Aww.
It needs to be blocked. But the last time we podcast, I actually have a stitch marker. I was in the back.
So you did quite a bit.
Yeah, I think that night I got to the point where splitting sleeves after we podcast, and then so I did everything else. And so yeah, my niece probably didn't do the right. As I was midway through, I'm like, probably should have done a thicker weight yarn, but I don't care. It's done now.
Not necessarily.
Because she's
Because of
not due until
layering.
October, so
Yeah, but still with layering and a lot of. It seems like babies tend to run a little warmer too.
yeah. With this much done, I could probably even double it and do something with it.
That's what I was thinking
With
too
this
when I
much
saw
left.
it.
I could
That's quite a
probably
bit
actually knit another one of these if I really wanted to out of it. That was my first time I've knit that pattern, so I really like that. That's free pattern.
Yeah, I've knit quite a few of them.
Yeah.
It's a nice pattern. All right, so my next one was a new one you guys haven't seen. I do not know what the yarn was. It was in a ball, like a gobstopper ball, in my cubby, and I think the tag might be somewhere in my cubby. I'm guessing it might be Nomadic Yarns.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. Don't know the name of it. But I've been trying to do the gobstopper balls out of my cubbies because those just do not stay in there very well. Like the skeins, kind of stack better. And Brett did not like winding this neither from a ball. He's like, this is dumb. Because, you can't put it on the Swift. So, yeah, he did not enjoy caking it. But, whatever. So, because I've been knitting so fast.
Dang. Okay, sorry.
I started off with
she kind of gave me an inkling.
Making a pair for myself. So that's my pair. And he was working, and I'm not really capable of, it's hard for me to cake yarn right now. So I had a bunch left, so I went ahead and did a pair for Wendy out of the same yarn, thinking, okay, well, that'll use up, the yarn as well.
And you still had that much left?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you didn't use contrasting, so that's quite a bit of yarn.
Yeah, it was more than 100 grams when we weighed it. I can't remember exactly how much, but it was, I want to say it was like 110. So 2 pairs of socks.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, I don't know whose is whose. Those are me.
Skinny long are yours.
Yep, that's how I can tell. Not against the stomach. Okay, I'm a hot mess today, folks. Just bear with me. Okay, so this yarn is Turtle Pearl. Looking for the name. Winter's coming. And I'm seeing now I could actually keep this yarn out and make another pair. There's more than enough there.
Yeah.
Because I will need more yarn here soon, so I will not have to have my husband cake it up. He's going on nights. So let's keep that separate over there.
Okay.
So I made myself a pair.
Cool.
So that's pair number 3. Okay. I know, this is a little ridiculous. Ooh, I can use this too.
I knew she would have a lot.
I had a lot of time where I did not knit.
Yeah.
But
You're not working right now.
I had a lot of time where when I got home from the hospital, pretty much all I could do was sit in the recliner.
Yeah.
A couple of those days I did not knit just because, well, pain. But then when I started feeling better and I'm sitting in the recliner, that's like all I did was knit.
Right.
So this one is Nomadic Yarns. I Smell Snow. And I'm going to set this one aside as well because that'll make another pair of socks.
Yeah.
So that's...
And it's sparkle.
2 more pair I can make without bugging my husband to cake up yarn. So we'll put that one over there.
Yep.
So what's this make? Pair 4.
Mm-hmm.
Look how pretty that is.
Yeah, you can see that shimmer.
Mm-hmm. So that's pair 4. Now, I'll have to mark. Well, no, because both of these were for me, so I need to make Wendy out of those too. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's number 4. Then, oh wait, what's this? Okay, I lied. I had more than I thought.
Now, wait a minute. So, are all of these that you cast on since last podcast?
I think I had 1 cast on at the last podcast. It only takes me 2 days to knit a pair of socks.
Yeah,
So,
wow.
So this one is Yarn Enabler Dragon Horde. And this is all I got left. That's not even worth.
Yeah.
Almost made it to the garbage can. Wendy.
So, did you already make a pair out of those?
I don't know. Maybe this was a
maybe this
50
was
grams.
one.
No, 115 grams. Oh, 59 grams. It was a half.
You know
what?
It was
Okay.
gifted to you.
Brittany sent me this.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So what's this make? Number 6?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I did little shorties. It's really pretty. All right, that's all the socks, finally. Insane. I knew you'd be like, holy moly.
No, I shouldn't be surprised at all.
Okay, but I have
There's a difference.
I have one more FO.
There's a difference in the terms of needle sizes we use too for socks.
Yes.
I use usually a 1, and you use a 2. 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was not cast on neither. I have...
This was not cast on, and it's finished.
Yep. And it's a big project. It is Arkansas Yarn Co. Her Stupid Cupid.
That's a pretty color.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have seen me knit this before.
Oh, that's right.
The Potluck Pullover. You do it.
Holy
I've done it. I've done it scrappy, like they've shown in the picture. Well, this time I did it.
If we ever had a contest, I have like no possibility.
This is not blocked because right now I cannot get down on the floor.
Yeah.
To block, so it will get blocked in the future. And this is for me. Bam!
Wow.
So I knit this whole thing. I casted this on the day before my surgery. The doctor saw me working on it and was like, I expect for you to have that done when you come in for your checkup. And I did. So I brought it with him like, look. And then she tells me, I think you need to make it smaller and more. And I'm like, no, it's like a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's what you like.
This this particular design. So, but I think it came out beautiful.
Yeah.
And it sparkles. And this is honestly, this will probably get worn at Christmas.
Yeah.
That'd be really pretty. Pair of jeans or a pair of leggings.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Whip that out, too.
Yeah.
I've been busy, Karen.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you'd be surprised. So, yeah, I'm going to have to
I
block
forgot that you said,
this.
yeah. Yep.
It'll get blocked at some point. So there's that. That's all I have for FOs.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Was it 7?
7.
Yeah. So not many. All right.
And only one of them was actually cast on the last time. I mean, I realize it's been a month, but still. A sweater and 6 pairs of socks.
Well, I mean, it happens.
Uh-huh.
All right. Gift the Knits Cal is going on now until December 31st. It's anything you knit or crochet that you are gifting to somebody other than yourself. We're already up to 49 FOs. So,
I saw the other day where somebody said they were getting ready to really start on their knits for Christmas time.
yeah.
That's a concept.
So,
You mean November's not the start time?
No.
December 13th?
no, that's why we started this early. All right. Coupon codes. She's a comedian, folks.
I should probably start December
Yes, you
26th. For the following
There you go.
year.
All right, Amanda Rake Cole on Ravelry. Use code KFB19 and receive 20% off. Naughty Knitting Sacks on Etsy. Use Dirty Brain 15 and receive 15% off. Lollipop Girl Yarns on Etsy. Use code KFB15 for 15% off, which is good on her hand-dyed yarns and patterns. Whips, Karen?
I have a few of those.
Alrighty then.
Because I seem to like cast on many and not
let's
finish a
see
whole
what you
heck of a
got.
lot. Let's see, where shall I start? Oh, she's throwing things at me. Okay. I did make progress on this. I got stuck. I kept doing the same, ripping out and doing the same row. So I was like, I set it aside. But the Up the Creek shawl from one of the mystery knit-alongs. When was that? 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it wasn't this last year. It would have been the year before.
Yeah. And
Ooh, did you watch Cozy Up?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, they showed Sarah has redone the
Oh,
Katie
the Katie
shawl?
Yeah.
I love it.
Turned out nice.
Yes, I'm going to do it.
So those are my colors. It's from Bumblebee Acres. It is in her sparkle base shimmer sock. The rusted color is the Red Barn, and the mix is Red Barn in winter. So I made it from the stitch mark. This is lace. Come on.
Yeah.
So when you get stuck on a row, I'm just hoping that I don't have to completely rip it back to the ribbing there. But if I do it again and I still off, I'm going to fudge it somehow, I guess.
I was just going to say, just carify it. Like I lower
But this is definitely one that I have to really have time, and just because it's lace, I just have heads down and do it. I don't mind doing lace.
You just, like, there's certain shows you can't be watching when you do
Exactly.
it, or
Yep.
carrying on a conversation. Like, I put mine that I was working on when she got here away because I'm like, oh, I'm to a lace section.
Yep.
Might as well go back and forth. Oh, now I'll show the one that I was working on when you got here. Oof. So this is the 8th Avenue by Cozy Up. And I am using a mini skein set from Yarn Cafe Creations, which is Strawberry Shortcake. And then my main color is Arkansas Yarn Co. Knight in Shining Armor. Boy, boy. Okay. So this is the start, and I should have a progress keeper somewhere coming up. Oops. Okay, I see it somewhere. This way. Okay, I can't. Oh, all the way down there. Okay, so I've done that much since last time. So not a whole lot. I just picked this up last night and started working on it again. Mm-hmm. So, and this one I plan on, I believe, gifting to Alisha, because it looks like Alisha.
Yeah.
So
that's something she would be able to pull off.
And this is a really, really fun pattern.
Yeah.
So I've been enjoying it. But yeah, I was at a lace section though when Karen got here, and I'm not going to try to carry on a conversation and do lace. So your turn.
Okay. This yarn is by Night Owl Fibers. One of her self-stripings. This is called Robin Hood. There you go. It's a little better. And where'd it go? It's hanging from here. I just finished up the toes, and now I'm straightening it, knitting. So it's going to be hard to show, of course.
So she got itty bitty start.
But I got toesies. What the heck? Get out from underneath there. Oh, toes. Dolls and up to the green, so third color already. Not much. That's something.
Alright, I casted on a new pair of socks today. I know you're shocked. And the yarn is also Night Owl Fibers. In her Christmas Lights colorway. I got this a few years back at Midwest Stitches.
I think that's the first year that we all really heard of her. I still have mine from when I purchased mine there. I don't think I've knit it up.
Okay, let me show you what I got. There we go. So this is what it's going to look like.
Yeah, and you'll have to check out her and her mom. They both have a podcast too.
So, there's that. Because got to have socks on the needles.
I'm thinking about investing into some square needles.
I'm loving my square needles. I will probably at some point get them in every size. Like I've been adding them on slowly but surely. If you do decide to get them, I have a website for you where they're cheaper. That a subscriber actually told me about. So that was nice.
Okay, this next one I cast on today. I'm actually gonna do some pattern socks. It's something that I wanted to do.
So I've done them
normally. I am a.
You better. The only thing is you really have to watch. I had to go down. Sometimes you have to either go down stitch count or needle size if there's a pattern, depending on the pattern.
I'll have to look. This pattern is called Willow the Wisp. It is free. This is by This Handmade Life. It's from February 2018. She's got several that were free. So it's not super crazy, but I'm not doing the full. Whoops.
Patterning.
I'm not doing long.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a huge.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm willing to. So I'll end up doing the pattern just on the top.
Gotcha.
So literally, I've gotten my ribbing done and the heel turn done on the sock itself. It already starts off with the pattern, which you won't be able to see until next time, really. The yarn I'm using is Old Stash. It's like, oh, okay. This is by Skyly Knits, because I don't think does she dye anymore?
No.
Fiber Arts?
You got that when we went to Michigan.
She gifted us this set to me.
Yes.
And Roses for Mom, Spring Green are the colorways. So I started with the green. I'm not for sure what the heck I did, but somehow, when you go to cut off I cut the actual yarn. So,
well,
so I actually have.
It happens.
It was 250 grams, so perfect for a pair of socks. So one will be one pink and one will be green. So I'm going to see how I like that. Although, all I have is my long.
Oh.
So I'll have to rethink that, but.
See how it goes. You use a small size too, so I can't even offer you.
Yeah.
I don't think I have
these
any.
These are ones.
Yeah.
These are ones.
I have DPNs and ones.
I've really been thinking about, because Alisha always did hers on 9-inch, didn't she? Circulars.
She did switch over at one point, yeah.
Yeah. I've thought about playing with that idea.
Now, Ray just got 10-inch.
Yeah.
10-inch.
It's not as
10-inch.
It's not as fun as 9-inch.
Yeah, no. Ray, you haven't quite been saying it right neither, like he used to.
Yeah, you got to pause.
Yeah, and do it deep. Okay.
I actually love Kevin's response.
I know.
It's like it's back and laughs and
he knows
because he knows
it's coming. Well, and if Ray doesn't do it, he kind of looks at it like he's waiting, and it's just like, oh, here we go.
So the two of them together are just.
Yeah. We are talking about Needles at the Ready podcast.
Sorry,
if you have not checked out Ray and Kevin, you really should. They're great. They're funny. They have great projects. They're awesome knitters.
Yeah, and then Kevin's gotten into dyeing, so he has his own.
Which I did show
store.
two. I bought 2 skeins from them. I showed on here. So, yeah, definitely check them out if you haven't. All right, I got 2 more. Had more than I thought. This one I've shown before, but I did make some progress on it. It's I'm not even going to show the pattern again. It's the Ripple Bralette. And
oh yeah, right. That was the one that you're like, I don't remember doing this at first.
Yeah. The yarn is Brazen Stitchery. It's Brittany Bitch. And I had already used it for some socks, and I had leftovers. So I've definitely made progress. I've got one of the fronts on and the strap, so I just have to do the other front and the strap. And yes, I know it looks small right now, but it is very, very stretchy.
Yeah.
So it's almost done. I mean, literally just this little part I have to do over here. Which I could have done that instead of casting on a pair of socks, but I had enough FOs. I'm not in a rush for this. You got something else?
Yes, I do. Probably the one project that I worked the most on is my Weekender. Oh. Let's see. Where was I? I was where the podcast was. That's where I was.
That was a month ago. Progress keeper.
And I have split. So this is really kind of hard to show. Because now, of course, which side am I knitting on? I'm knitting on this side. So I've knit quite a bit. A good couple of inches. Yeah. A lot of work on that. I'm getting there.
You are.
This is definitely one of the ones where once I sit down and I just start going away. And as a reminder, the yarn I'm using is Swish, the worsted white knit pick Swish, and it's Heather Delft Heather is the colorway, which is almost like Blue Genie, really, to me.
All right, I have one last one. And this is in one of my medium-sized bags. Oh, okay, I did. I didn't think I brought the pattern with me. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have a picture. Okay. So this was a test knit for Cherry Pie Cottage. It's her mini happy wrap. So I basically have like 24 minis in there.
Oh, that was your medium bag that you were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Let's see. I don't know if I... Oh, yeah, I had a progress keeper, and I did a lot. And it looks kind of janky, but it is going to block out. It's just because of the different stitch patterns. So here's a progress keeper. And I did all that. So that's quite a bit.
I do that in fun.
Yeah. I just play.
Yeah.
I mean... So, because this is, those are sock needles. Why do I have sock needles in here? Where'd those come from? Huh, they must have accidentally got put in this bag. Look, I can cast on another pair of socks.
There's where those needles are.
So yeah, I have 24 minis in there, and then that whole wrap. And that's the medium-sized drawstring. So, and there's still room. I could fit more in there. Just to kind of give you an idea.
I really should show this. What the heck? I guess I will.
Yay, I found more sock needles.
Speaking of the cage shawl.
Oh. Okay. You're going to really like the new design.
I've made a little bit. It's busy.
Hey, every little bit.
But I'm at the widest part right now.
Yeah.
Really. Like, I'm really at the point where I could cast off. But mine's actually kind of like, you can tell some of it's the yarn itself because it's like very squishy. So it's really, I like the makeup of the material. I mean, I don't know that I would go a size bigger in terms of needle sizes anyways to get more out of it. So I'll probably just stretch the bejesus out of it when it comes to that point. Again, the yarn itself is hedgehog fibers. And the aqua color is called Wish, I believe. Yeah, and then the gray is called Cinder. And it is 100%. 100%. Boy, I really need new glasses.
Me too.
90 grams of 90-10. So it does have some nylon in it. And there's 400 meters in it, so I don't know how that converts to actually yardage, but I still have quite a bit, and I do plan on like trying to use, because this is just gorgeous yarn. I might just weigh it on my scale somebody gave to me.
She was excited last time she was here. She got a new scale.
My scale died, and the scale I was using was
shanky one.
And one of those kitchen scales where you have to take and dial so you get to 0.
We gave her an electronic one.
Yeah. And it was funny. It's like, oh, when you and Brett are out doing your thrifting, can you look for... Well, just a minute.
He comes out. Here's one for you.
Here's one.
Because he had picked up a spare for me. So he gave her my spare, and then next time we see one, we'll just pick up another spare to have. So it worked out perfectly. Well, it was funny because we had just been thrifting that day. And then she tells us. And I was like,
she's like, I wish I'd known.
Yeah.
So she mentions it, and Brett goes out. Not only that, the battery's dead. He's got another one of those in like his Mary Poppins room. That's what it is. Yeah. Mary Poppins room.
Well, and what's funny was, I think that was actually in my craft room, the scale. I think it was underneath my other one. It might have been in his room. I can't remember for sure. I had completely forgotten about it, though. Until he said
changed
something.
It for me, made sure it worked.
Showed her how it worked.
Yep, showed me how to use it. He's better than an infomercial.
So she knows. She just gotta let us know what she needs, and
I ask at home, and I have to do it myself.
yeah, not around here.
Yeah, you should have seen me changing the light bulbs at home in my office. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh no, you can't do that. Of course, Chuck can't. I mean, he physically can't do a lot of that stuff, and Buddy wasn't home, so I went outside, got the ladder, brought it in, and the first time around, I didn't know the ladder was where it was, which was pretty darn close to my office, so I went upstairs and got a kitchen chair and changed the first light bulb, because it was in the middle of the workday, and Chuck was in the hospital. And I'm lucky I didn't fall and break my freaking neck. And then over the weekend, the other one, I mean, it was like mad. Like, I thought it was possessed. Chuck's like, oh, well, the ladder's just like right outside the door there. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't change light bulbs.
Really?
I'd let it be burnt out until Brett got home, and then I'd be like, hey, honey.
Well, the problem, I was trying to do schoolwork, and I was like, oh.
Well, you know, at my house, I have plenty of light.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been a big deal around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all you have for whips?
Yes, that's my last whip.
All right. I don't have any more neither. Do you have acquisitions?
Yes, I do.
Okie dokie. Go ahead.
Okay.
She's so excited.
Yeah. First one. We had our coupon for this. For Vic's Knits. Knitty Vicky. Vic's Knits markers.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it came with her little ones. And a little thank you notes. And then, I think this is the only ones I got. No, I got more. Yeah.
I was going to say, I was surprised that you didn't get... Oh, I'm still surprised.
Why are you surprised?
Because you made the comment about Donald Duck.
Oh. But I mean, it's almost close to fall.
Yeah.
So,
True that.
And then
Those are really cute.
Adorable little set. She was prompt, like...
Show it this way so they can see the...
Yep. Business. Yep. She messaged me, thanked me. I'm really impressed. I'm not for sure who she has in the post office, but it came from Texas, and somehow it didn't go through Chicago. Usually we end up going, like, it bounces between Chicago and Champaign before it gets to me.
Most of mine just go to Champaign. Very rarely do they go to Chicago.
And this was, like, at my house in 2 days. Mm-hmm. I was like...
Yeah,
whoa.
When I ordered from her, I also got it very quickly.
Thank you. I love them.
Which we will have another coupon code for her shop in the future.
Yep.
But in the meantime, go check it out and follow her on Instagram as well.
Yep. So that was kind of my birthday present to me.
Always good to buy yourself a present.
Yeah.
You know I believe in that.
Oh, yeah. I know. Ooh. So, my birthday was the end of July, and I, of course, got a present from somebody I know. And she got my first ever, and probably only ever since they're not, fringe. They're like canvas, wax canvas notions. And she knows my favorite color.
No, well, I think
Almost.
I think they all know your favorite color too.
Yeah. And then she got which neither of these I don't think I've had before. So this is a chick that knits. It says Tammy. And it's called Space Glitter. And it's 70, 20, 10. 400 yards. Look at that sparkle. Look at that.
Yeah, she has a really nice sparkle.
Wow. And then this one is Spun Right Round, Squishy DK. So I know I will be making a hat out of this. And this is a Hocus Pocus colorway. Just look at that. Very pretty. So she really got me. Somebody I know. Thank you. Chuck doesn't even, it just like sits. Now I have my little cart like yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the front room. And I just put my birthday present right there. Till next time. So that's it. That's all I have.
Okay, I have a few things. Okay, if I'm going to do this in order, we have to go for this one first. So I've been, Laura of Lollipop Girl Yarns and Crochet and Hoovian had sent me her Christmas in July calendar. So it came with a little Notions pouch. And it was, what was the theme? 80s cartoons?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so. So there's a pencil in here. This is Addicted to Yarn. A little notebook. A little baby Rubik's Cube.
I think it was 80s cartoons characters at that.
Yeah,
like
that's what I said.
Did you?
Yeah. Little jelly bracelet. A pen.
We haven't done it in forever, right?
A whoopee cushion, which my granddaughter is going to get the biggest kick out of. So,
Oh boy.
I one of those,
Alisha shaking
those
her head at that.
punch balloons. She'll get a kick out of that too. Fix-it tool, which I love those. A little carib. I want to keep this out. It has just the Smurfs on it. My birdling backpack and the top zipper. I'm going to put this on the zipper.
Oh,
so it'll
cool.
make it easier to open, and it's so cute. And it's blue and perfect. Okay, so I'm going to keep that out of there. And then a tape measure, which who doesn't need tape measures? And then there was some stickers in here, which are my two favorites. Strawberry Shortcake and Grumpy Bear. And then you also got, which I should leave this sitting out so I download this, the Cozy Up Knits Pattern Advent Mini Trio, which is the hat, the cowl, and the mitts. And I'll just cover up the code. So you got that with it. So I'll put that up there so I remember to do that. So I'm going to put that back in there. So that was like the goodies. Alright, and then some of the... My husband helped me open these. And some of the colorways that we actually... the tag came out off of. So I'm not going to necessarily go through each and every one. Let's just kind of show you the variety here. I will be better at Christmas and actually go through. But you can see they're very pretty. Gem. You remember Jem?
Yeah. I mean, that's
There was a couple
memories.
cartoons that I had not heard of, but for the most part, Transformers. For the most part, I knew them all.
It's sad when you say the cartoon and then the, like, Transformers.
I know, you
start it. Like the sound.
And then the main skein was Care Bears. Which y'all know I love Care Bears. And let me show you her label. There. So that was fun to open.
Yep.
Me and Brett opened it together. So we'll see what that becomes.
Yep.
I might actually use these and do that pattern. Do the 3 patterns is what I'm thinking.
Because you hold it double. I
Yes.
believe. Yeah.
So, actually, I should... No, I'll leave that there so it reminds me. Okay, next up... Nope, I gotta go this way. Lori from Arkansas Yarn Co. and I had our friend-iversary. We always send each other something. So let me just show you Arkansas Yarn Co. And oh, did she send me some beauties. So first off, she sent me a Night Owl Fibers. And it is Spoonful of Sugar.
That's
It's
pretty.
really pretty. That's going to be caked up pretty soon. I can already tell you that one. And then, oh yeah, I got another one of these, which I need to put on my table because I have a bunch of these from her, and they are my most used progress keepers. They make them out of resin right there at her store. Let's put that up there. I have some blue ones. All right, so she sent me some of her yarn. And this is her 70-gram Yummy Plush Sock Kit. And I do not see a name on it. So I cannot tell you what the name is. I don't see it. I would have thought it would have been on the label.
Yeah.
At any rate, look how pretty that is. And her sock base is really, her Yummy is really, really super soft.
Yeah.
And then this one, which also does not have a name on it, is on her Yummy Sparkle. And she is the queen of sparkle.
Yeah.
She definitely does sparkle.
She hits your blue colors too.
Yes, she knows my preferences for sure. So that was quite a lovely pack. Oh, and then there was 2 packages of the sea salt caramels from Kilwins, which is like a candy ice cream store near her, and they make the caramels, and they are my favorite. Every time I'm in Arkansas, I always go there.
They're good.
Yes, Carrie has some too.
I get to share. Thank you.
All right. So then, the other day, I got a package from my friend Laura, a Get Well package.
This here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't.
I had to lift it off the porch. Brett was not home.
He was probably not happy.
No, I mean it's not.
She's fine.
I'm not supposed to be lifting.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm settled in now. So there was a really cute card, a thinking of you, hope you're feeling better kind of thing. All right, so there was a skein of yarn, and this one's from Nomadic Yarns, and it's called Candy Apples, which will be a fun one to knit this season. It's really pretty and bright. I haven't worn any of the stuff or ate anything because I want it to, like, I keep everything intact to show you guys. So she made me a t-shirt and it says, "And yet, despite this look on my face, you are still talking." Which is so much my sarcasm.
When she looks at you with her eyebrow raised.
Yeah. I'll get that look on my face like, really? You're still not done. Yeah, I can be kind of a snarky, sarcastic person.
Quietly so sometimes, too.
Oh, yeah. And then I got a Grumpy Bear shirt, which I love. And if that wasn't enough Care Bears, I got a pair of Care Bears pajama bottoms. Which would be so pretty. Look at that.
To go with the ones you're wearing.
Well, these are the soft and fuzzy ones, and these are like the summer ones.
Mm-hmm.
Then, I thought this was kind of funny. Hold on here. Because I think I guess she wasn't sure if I had pens at my house. She sent me a book of word search puzzles, which I will do. I love word searches. And pens to go with it. That just made me chuckle, Laura. I'm like, oh, I guess she thinks I don't have pens.
She want to make sure
she
if you lost one, you had another.
And I actually almost started this the other day. I was like, went walking past, and I'm like, oh. And I'm like, no, leave it in the box. Because I do enjoy a good word search.
You had self-control.
I did. So, and she must listen to our podcast pretty closely, knowing that we're visually
blind,
that we're visually impaired, because she got the large print. It's for those old ladies from Knit for Brains. Okay, and then this is really cute, and so it's a tumbler, and she sent me 3 straws with
choice.
Yeah,
depends on your mood.
3 straws.
Yeah.
And she did this. She made this.
Cute.
This says, oops, let me go this. Knit Nerd. And then it has my name on it.
All in sparkle.
All in sparkle, all in blue. And I actually have, because she didn't have it done, because it's like over the top fancy. Wait till you guys see it. I have one more coming from her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! She sent me a video of it the other day. She's like, "Oh, I finished the last of your Get Well gifts. Do you want to see it?" And me being me, well, yeah. So she sent me a video of it, and I was like, "OMG,
cool!
That is flippin' awesome." And then everybody knows my favorite gummy bears. She sent a 5-pound bag. That is the biggest bag of gummy bears I have ever seen. And she texts me like 2 days later. It's like, are you done with those gummy bears? No. And then there was a bag. Okay, hold on here. Let me get a little bit more situated. Okay, that's better. Oh. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. I gotta quit getting distracted. And there was like all different little things in here. So she had her logo button, a keychain, her podcast sticker, another sticker that says I make cute things with yarn. And then there was there's a bunch of her logo stickers. There's her shop, and it's a magnet. Ooh, hello. There's the little knit nerd girl again. It's a bag that's never ending. And there's her shop pen. Her podcast pen. So it was like a little bag of everything.
Those kind of like acrylic almost, or plastic?
They're like the acrylic ones, but they're not acrylic. They're plastic.
They remind me of like Shrinky Dinks.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
They do kind of.
That's cool.
So those will go on my on my canvas bags that I have all my enamel pins on. So yeah, that was a real cool thing to get in the mail and kind of brighten my day a bit.
Cool.
Okay, can you lift it back off me? Thank you. It has a little bit of weight to it.
It's just this awkward, well, it's got a 5-pound
I got a 5-pound bag of gummy bears in there.
And it's the awkwardness of the box that is...
Yeah. All right. So that's all my acquisitions. I've been behaving and trying not to purchase. So there's that.
That's pretty good considering the time you've had on your hands. You could have easily gotten distracted.
I did not.
Of course, you weren't at work, so
I've been really
I've been known to I think I may have just gotten yarn.
Yeah, that does happen when I get bored at work. No, I just need to come in here and look at my cubbies and go, okay, I haven't made a big enough dent yet.
You got a pretty good...
Oh, I'm getting good holes. Like my self-striping bin, if I keep going the way I'm going, is going to be empty.
Yeah. I have to figure out that problem.
So, yeah, I've definitely been...
Because that probably won't even make it in there.
It might, no. Well, and that one from Lori, I got 2 of them.
You got 2 of them. I don't know if those will even make it to the cubby.
They might not.
They're right I'm in socks.
I'll slow down at some point, I'm sure. I don't know. But yeah, I'm still working on putting a dent in there. We'll see. Plus, I have yarn piled up on my cutting table that still needs to be caked by my husband. So...
Yeah, it's still been it's going to start collecting dust.
He'll get to it. All right. So, other than that, TV watching. Okay. I watched all 9 seasons. And I'm talking these seasons, most of them had at least 23 episodes.
Wow.
The last season did not. It only had 13. But all the other seasons had at least 23 episodes. I watched all 9 seasons of One Tree Hill. I enjoyed it. At first, I really liked what was, at that point, considered the main characters. Brain fart, old age. Peyton and Lucas. But then towards the middle, I can't remember exactly what episode, I found myself not turning it on as much. Because I was finding those characters to be whiny. And it was fun. And I said something to Alisha about it. And she's like, yeah, I wondered when you'd get to that point. Well, then they left. Mm-hmm. And they focused on other characters. And then it really picked up for me. And I was like, okay, here we go. I've got... I watched it for so long, because that's like all I was doing was watching. Every time I sat down was watching that when I finished it, I was a little upset because I knew the next time I sat down, I couldn't
watch it.
I couldn't be with them. You know what I mean?
So how long were those shows? Were they like 40 minutes long?
At least.
They're like an hour long, then you take out the commercials, about
at
40
least,
minutes?
Yeah, 40 to 43. Mm-hmm.
And you put in some time.
Okay. I did. Then I caught up my DVR. Mm-hmm. Then I didn't know what to watch again. So I was texting with Alisha, and she made a couple recommendations. So now I have started Veronica Mars. The original. Not the reboot. The original. Mm-hmm. It's only 2 seasons, so it's not going to take me too long. But then I guess there's a movie, and then there's a reboot, which Alisha says isn't very good. But so after that, she recommended another one, but I can't remember. After that, I don't know what I'm watching. I have a lot of time on my hands right now, guys. Oh, and Veronica Mars, Veronica's dad, is the guy from Person of Interest. The bald older guy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, because it was driving me nuts, I'm like, I know him.
Like, what show is he?
What show is he from?
I look it up. I'm like, cast member's room.
I remember I liked him.
Mm-hmm.
What was he from? And that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Veronica Mars cast, then I clicked on him to see, what all he had been in. And that was like one of the first things it showed was person of interest. And I'm like, that's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I've been watching.
Let's see. I don't remember when the last. I finished. My problem is that the shows that I get interested are like one season long. Like they're the newer stuff. So, well, Snowpiercer, I finished that, but there is a second season. It's already out, but it's not available on HBO Max. So I finished watching that one. I'm anxious to see when they put the second season on HBO Max, just because the guy that played Stark is in it. I know he's in that. What was the other one I watched? Shadow and Bones.
Remember that?
Which again is another one season thing. So I finished that quick. I started watching Leverage. Finally, I like it. The problem is all the seasons aren't available. They've done a reboot of it. I could probably watch the reboot. So I do like Leverage. So I've been watching that. And other than that, I haven't really watched a whole lot of new stuff, like movie-wise. It's been pretty quiet for me.
Okay, well, I'm ready to burst over here.
What do you got?
Because I forgot something. Lucifer Season 6 comes out September 10th.
Are you sure about that? Because last time we went through this, it was like, it wasn't coming out.
Yeah, no,
and then it was May 1st, and then it was May 13th.
Nope,
and then
its release date is September 10th.
Okay.
Quite excited.
And this is the last.
This is it. Yes. This is and I saw the trailers are out there. There's going to be a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell just from watching the little trailer, you're just like, what? So, yeah, quite excited about that.
Oh, I went to the movies for my birthday.
Oh.
By myself.
Oh, well,
Chuck
that's okay.
Yeah, well, you weren't feeling good.
No.
And Chuck was in the hospital. And I was like, you know what? I took today off. I'm going to go to the movies. Because I sure heck wasn't going to sit in the hospital.
You didn't have to share popcorn with anybody, did you?
No, I shared them all with myself.
Exactly.
Well, I actually ended up bringing some home because it wasn't as good as what Brett makes.
Oh. Brett just makes some good popcorn.
Because,
which theater did you go to?
They only put the butter on the freaking top. I was
what
come
theater
on.
do you...
I went to Movies 10.
Oh, okay. Movies 10 is the worst popcorn, first off. And you need to check, because if you think the movie is only at Movies 10 right now, the movies are all duplicated.
Yeah.
So what you can see at Movies 10, you can come down to Metaview, and they have better popcorn as well as Paramount.
Yeah.
But what you have to do, and this is at any movie theater, when you order your popcorn, you ask them to fill it half full.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like at Paramount and Metaview right now, because they have your own butter station.
Yeah.
You go and you pump your butter on it, and then you bring it back to them and have them fill the other half.
Yeah.
And then put more butter. That way you have the butter throughout the whole thing.
That was the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always want to do that.
Yeah.
And if they don't have their own butter station, just ask them if they could fill it half, put butter, and then fill it.
Yeah.
They usually will gladly do it for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm very particular about my popcorn.
Yeah.
As Karen well knows.
Yeah. So I went to go see Black Widow. It was really good. And then, of course, stayed for the credits and for the after scene. And it helped. I was glad that I had already watched Captain America Winter Soldier on Disney before I had gone, because then some of it, the extra scene wouldn't have made sense to me. But yeah, they're up to something. But that was really good. So that's really been about it.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Like I said, knitting, watching TV. Alisha brought the grandbabies by a couple times to see me and drive by.
Oh.
Little Lucas is going to be a year old at the end of this month. Hard to believe.
Yep, a little chunky dude.
He's thinning out some because he's very active now.
Can't remember. Did I ever show Megana's sweater on here?
I have no idea.
Why
don't you just go to your pictures?
You would know
from her.
Okay, so, well,
You gotta hit it. What are you doing? Oh my God.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so.
You did not show that.
No.
No.
Okay. Megan is a new crocheter, and she has guts because her first, she did a scarf first. Her second project was using like the Bernat yarn. I showed that one on the podcast. It was really like the size of an Afghan, like full size. So she did one of those Harry inspired bomber jackets and crocheted it, and she miscalculated just a smidge, and so this is what happens when you miscalculate. All good natured. The sleeves, like, and the length. And my first question was back to her was like, is some of it the yarn?
Well, the length could be doable if she's going to wear it with like a pair of leggings.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, are longer, but the sleeves,
but she has ribbing at the bottom. It's supposed to be more like a puffy, like the very purple at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
is supposed to be like ribbing. Of course, she did, she used,
she thought
Michael's
she was gigantic.
She was like, I even measured it compared to what the pattern said. And I'm like, yeah, but if you don't I'm like, well, it was made up of acrylic.
Who are we to say? We don't swatch.
I'm like, but it's fixable. She can literally like.
Mm-hmm.
But she sent that picture to me, and I'm like, oh, I got to show that on the podcast. I love it.
This is what happens when you don't swatch, folks.
Yeah. Well, and she's a first time. She's really beginning. I would have never done that in terms of like one of my first like 3 patterns to do crochet. It even took me a while to do socks or sweaters for knitting for me. But yeah, she loves doing it. But that was hilarious. She said to that man, I'm like, you can fix that. We talked a little bit about it when she came to visit on what she was going to do. And because I asked her, is it the yarn? Is the weight of the yarn what caused some of that length? Because she hasn't even washed it. She's like, no. She's
but
just
crochet, honestly, though, crochet doesn't typically grow like what knitting will. Mm-hmm. No, regardless of what yarn.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it's different.
Yeah, and I think it was pretty much just like single crochet back and forth. Her squares are nice and, they're more like rectangles. She says really the problem was she made them too long. Mm. And then every time she made, because she made all the squares first before you put everything together. And then add it to it, then when you do the edging, and even with taking it together underneath, because she had made like each square like 4 or 6 rows too long. Really, she only needed like 1 square here, 1 square here. And then the ribbing.
On the bright side of things, crochet is much easier to take out than knitting.
It is.
And fix.
Yeah.
It's quicker to crochet it up,
Yeah. I did ask her, so have you fixed it yet? She's like, no, I haven't sat down to fix it yet. I just thought I had to share that. We all have had those patterns and she really, really wanted this. I'm like,
If she wants it,
she'll fix
she'll
it.
get back to it again.
She will. She will.
She probably just needs to step away for a minute. And
she can really, like you said, leave the length as it is.
she really
Wear
could.
it with black leggings and she'd be a happy camper.
Yeah.
You know. She just pushed up the sleeves. She's like, this is hanging down. I was like, oh my God, that's priceless.
Too funny.
Oh. On the news front, for both my kids, though, they've had, she got a good experience too, because she got a call back for an opera theater in Chicago, and then my son got a job as a band teacher this fall, so neither kids had to move back home.
Woohoo!
So that worked out. Thank goodness. So,
All
okay.
right. That is all we have for today.
Yeah.
So do the usual YouTube things, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Or it might be this side. Ring the bell. How would we do? Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
As oh gosh. We're going nuts.
That's with the ring the bell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go to Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy and check out the bags.
Yep.
And then we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.